My fan is already going KY. Hold on. I'm gonna slowly turn this up. If you can pick up my fan, I am deeply sorry. we're just gonna I decided to stream today. That's all you really need to know. Truthfully. Um so yeah. We're here. I know some stuff's been going on, but I don't want to talk about it. I just want to do a Hollow Knight run because I've been meaning to do this run for ages, so I can make it into a semi-decent video on my YouTube channel. Except it took forever for me to finally get through Hollow Knight on Steam. Like, I got it for Christmas, and I finally just did it. Like, 2 days ago, 3 or 4 at most. So, now I have Steel Soul unlocked as well, if we want to try that. So, let's just get this done. I've done a lot of Hollow Knight runs. No challenge runs, but I have gotten the speedrun 1 achievement, and I would have gotten speedrun 2 if I wasn't trying to if I actually was trying to speedrun it at that point. Like, when I reached the Dreamers, I knew I was gonna slow down drastically in terms of, like, time that I progress through the game. Okay, I also have that when I actually don't want that. Oh, give me a moment. Oh my god, I don't have my rolly chair anymore because it's so uncomfortable. But there is a drawback to that. Why? The cords get caught on everything, guys. They just do. Okay. Uh-oh. My computer thing's falling. Ugh. What? Yeah, prompt me. There we go. I know I look stupid when I do it like this, but I have to do it so I can monitor my own voice, to some extent. I don't have it playing back through here, so. Plus, I want to make sure, that even if my mic doesn't pick it up, I'm not being just screaming at the top of my lungs in real life, because there are other people in my house. So, let's get this show on the road. Turn up this. May wanna reduce my mic audio a little bit. Is it picking up on that? Oh my god. I don't know how low I want my audio. Can you hear? Hold on. Yeah. My fans being rather loud for no reason. I am fairly certain I had it set to be quiet right now. Let's see, gaming, wait, voice. I am just streaming. Come on. It shouldn't be that hard. Oh, you can make that even louder. You can make that even louder. That's good to know. I'm keeping them at a minimum, okay? My fans are just loud. I'm going to bring it closer to my face, if that helps. How do you... Okay. This is about as good as I can do. This is about as good as I can do. So, let's see. Let's set this up. Video capture for my face. There we go. You want left side or right side? I think because I don't really know. I'm gonna go with the left side and hope I've got the right angle, because it's mostly center my face, so I could technically put it wherever I want, but it just looks weird anywhere I put it. Also, what's wrong with my lighting? My lighting's very weird right now. Hold on. It should be decent. I'm going to configure video to be... Brightness is a little lower. Okay. That should work. Get a little more center. Gotta get Hollow Knight. God, this does not work, no matter how I try to do this. How stupid. Okay, I look pretty stupid right now. But that's fine. I'll just have to edit out this fan in post when I upload it to YouTube. Because that's really the only goal I had with this Hollow Knight series, as well as Terraria if I decide to stream that. As you can see, I beat the game. If I hit new game, it does prompt me with Steel Soul. I've beaten the game. I can show you my Switch, actually. It's right here. How convenient. I can show you how much playtime I have on my characters, on my playthroughs of Hollow Knight. It's pretty bad. I like this game a lot. If I'm up for it, Generally, if I'm in the mood to play Dark Souls, I just play this game, because the only 2 Dark Souls games I have on me are Bloodborne and Dark Souls 1, and Bloodborne's really fun, but I feel the pressure to continue my series that I have going for Bloodborne, and that's very difficult, and I just don't want to pile up more and more footage for Bloodborne. And Dark Souls 1, the late game in the remaster that I got for the Switch, just isn't... It's so unbalanced. It is... They did something to the AI. So Hollow Knight always generally gets a close enough feel without as much pain. So as you can... I don't know if you can see too well, but as you should be able to see... as you should, as you should be able to see, it's so hard to get this to focus properly. It's also backwards, and it is also glare. Like a lot of glare. You can see the 71 hours, right? Yeah, that's enough to show you proof. I also don't have the most high quality camera, obviously. Streams, the way they encrypt stuff, it's obviously not going to work the way I want it to. But that's fine. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm ugly already anyway, so what's the difference? What's the difference? You know? It does look a lot better with this light. It still doesn't look the best though. It's just frustrating to deal with all the stuff I've had to deal with this computer. Mainly the fan. And it's my fault for trying to stick to the built-in webcam. But I can't really afford to upgrade yet. I'm still in debt of like $25 from this PC. Because my allowance that I had to save up for this, it's for lawn mowing, so obviously the season's ended basically as soon as I got this, like within months, and I was still paying it off because I only made like $500 in the summer and like some of May collectively, and I was mowing 2 lawns, and one of them was really big and on a hillside, and I had to push mower. I had to push mower 1, and I had to push around, and it... Why am I... Okay, I'll shut up. Those are the 3 dreamers. That's the goal. I don't know if I can do the one in the City of Tears at all with this challenge. Although I have gotten significantly better at this game. In the run I did on Steam, I've noticed. To some extent. I can basically almost speedrun a lot of the early game. So we'll see how it goes. But anyways, as I was saying, I have to push this lawn, use the push mower for it, and then I have to edge around a giant lawn at my grandparents' with a push mower, and then do the ones that you actually just steer and ride around on, which is a lot easier, but it still takes a decent amount of time. Plus, since you have to be in the season where grass grows, it's generally always pretty hot. And as it moves into the fall, like in the first and final ones as well are really cold, and then it just all of a sudden gets super hot, and it's so annoying. But I had to do that because I'm not old enough to really get a job at most places. I probably could at some places. But again, there's also the fact that I'm not old enough to drive. So it wouldn't really, I don't really think it would work out either way, even if I could land a job. Plus, with this outbreak crap, it's not like I could get one anyways, so not right now. This year is just not a good year so far. In every aspect. Also, how do I make this work better? Can I... Hold on, blur quality. Low. Apply. That should make my frame rate somewhat better. I hope you don't notice that much lag. But anyways, as I was saying, I've made it through this game a couple times. So we're just gonna breeze through this part all the way up to City of Tears, I hope, this live stream. And then maybe do A Dreamer all the way from there up to A Dreamer in another live stream, and then beat the rest of the game in a third live stream. Or I can just do it all. I don't know. Do you want me to do a 5-hour live stream? Because I can. I think I can. It's you know, if I wanted to play until 5 p.m. I could. I gotta keep remembering that my camera and my chair height now cannot, if I get too close to the thing, I'll cut out some of my face. As well as if I don't sit up straight. It's really annoying what I have to do for some of my live streams to make them viable for YouTube when I just want to play video games and talk. I don't really care who cares. I just want to do that, but then my channel is a completely different purpose. And so trying to get them to cooperate is kind of a problem. Plus 2-hour recordings are just really annoying to work with in general, which I do regardless if I'm live streaming or not, because I depend on getting a lot of footage. Also, I don't care that I'm literally just talking about irrelevant stuff while I'm playing through this early part of the game. I like rambling. Even if I've said the same thing like so many times, I'll say it again. Just because there's a sauna up there, but I don't want to mess with it. I don't care enough. Okay. These guys suck. Well, not really. Watch this one. I just did that. You wouldn't believe it if it wasn't me. But you know, I'm just that amazing. You know, maybe I should shut up. Stag. Gotta stop here. I gotta go this way anyways because I gotta deal with the false knight. At least I think that's his name. That's something about false and knight. And then failed champion, I think, is his second phase. It's basically Gunder from Dark Souls 3. Is all I'm saying. They're similar. I'm just gonna start making all the Dark Souls comparisons. I hope you're happy. Oh, that's not good. Of all the games you could compare that are 2D to Dark Souls, this is probably your best bet, other than, like, Salt and Sanctuary. And even then, story-wise, it's not as similar as this game. It's just, it's a perfect replica of the combat, but it's a different story. Also, I could cheat there and get out after he falls for the first time. But that's a pleb's way of doing things. Plus, I need his thing that he drops anyways. He's super easy to kill. So anyways, anyone who thinks this boss is challenging, or anyone who really died in general to him, is really bad. I play a lot of difficult combat-oriented games of this specific combat style, so I'm very used to it. That was apparent. That was it. I thought he had one more phase. My mistake. Piece of cake. You don't really get any upgrades until City of Tears anyway, so yeah, we should be able to breeze through this entire section of the game. City of Tears is like the main hub as well, so yeah. It's a central point for a lot of stuff, for getting to a lot of stuff, so... Although you could argue that Dirtmouth is more of that. Dirtmouth is where most of the NPCs are, but access to new areas, you can... There's a lot of stuff to do. The most stuff is in City of Tears. More than any other area. That's what I'm trying to say. So when we get there, a lot's gonna go down. I really hope I don't have to struggle at all with the Soul Master. I'm also not going for the true ending on this run yet. I will if I beat it normally, and quick enough normally. If I can do it in less than 3 streams, yeah. I really hope my frames aren't dipping bad. Not any worse than what I'm seeing, at least, on the live stream. No, it looks semi-decent from here. Well, granted, I'm looking over on a mini view on my phone, which is already pretty small for a screen. That's one way to lose a run. Can we have someone keep track of how many times I die? Because I don't think I'm going to die this live stream. I will a lot later on. But not this live stream. It just takes 4. It's really easy. Got the Soul Catcher Charm. I forgot we're doing Charmless and no upgrades, so... you know... I mean, it took like 2 seconds to get... We had to go through that area in the first place, so I mean, why not? I also could have used cheaper methods to get through. If I exited and then re-entered without going to that stupid bench, I could have just gotten out of here immediately, but no. Plus, I don't really want to. I just want to progress the green path already. No time wasted. There we go. Um, It's really fun working with no chat, so I can't I can't have my view. That's the only reason I dislike not having viewers in my chat. I couldn't care less if it weren't for the fact that I can't ask like, is my sound bad if, like, no one cares and no one's watching. I'm really just rambling a lot and complaining a lot about stuff and just being overall really stupid. So I'll focus on the game now. Not that I really need to. See, these guys come out of the ground and they're like, "Oh, I got you," and it's like, "No, I got you." Butthole. How does it feel? That did not come out the right way. Yeah, I don't know the trick to get over there, or rather, I can't time the trick properly. So I've given up any hope of trying that. I heard Discord pinging. I'm gonna check that after I reach a bench. I'm just going to ignore you. That's fun. It's always fun. I get over here anyways, because it's not exactly that difficult. This game is very forgiving in every sense. I may be able to take Steel Soul. I've just been too terrified from, like, my 4 previous runs before I actually got decent at the game, and just got utterly destroyed before I reached. Basically, City of Tears is, like, always if I reach City of Tears, I complete runs. But with Steel Soul, I'm terrified that I'm gonna lose to the Watcher Knights, because they are still a pain, an absolute pain for me, because I can't guarantee that I win. I have to try really hard to win, without really decent upgrades, which, I mean, obviously, because if I don't have the upgrades that make them any easier to dodge whatsoever, what am I supposed to do? Do you kill this guy at some point? No, I don't think you do. He does come out of his thing, though. If you complete the entire journal, which I have not done. I have like 104% on my Switch version on my first run through, because I didn't want to do the delicate flower thing, or rather I just gave up on it. I tried it, I gave up. And then, because it's really annoying. And then, yeah, I hit you. So what? It didn't even affect you because of your stupid game logic. That would be really funny if you made it there fast enough and you hit them and they just drop dead. It's like you passed both times you fight them. That would be really good. See, I'm seeing some minor frame dipping, and I can't tell if I should be worried about that. Yeah. See, I'm really skilled. Or so I want you to think. Oh my god. Come on now. $50 Geo, no problem. Now I'm gonna take out Hornet without dying. Hornet's first time through is really easy, and the only reason her second phase is really annoying is because of all the spikes she adds. Because you have to take care of them and dodge her attacks at the same time, and if you try to do one or the other, you're going to get hit. Like, you have to stay full concentration mode. Should I still forgive myself with, like... Obviously, I don't see any point in not allowing myself to just have more, of, like, the soul stuff, like, the extra stuff I can get for it. But should I be able to get more masks as well? Leave in the comments. I'm not going to this run, though. This frame. Because I'm not even going to reach a point where I can upgrade really anything. I hate these guys. A lot. Because they just remind me of those freaking archer guards from Dark Souls. They are annoying in the exact same sense. It's like, what are you supposed to do about them? Your only bet is to play it incredibly safe and go about it painstakingly slowly. Also, my voice is cracking because I'm congested and I'm trying to force out my voice through my nose just being like, no, you can't. I'm gonna solve it after I beat Hornet. Uh-oh. I missed. I missed again. I just went the entire wrong direction that time. Take me. So anyways, as I was saying... I know a lot of people can say, well, I beat the Pantheon, and that's basically harder than this, which you are completely right when you say that's harder than this. But shut up. I also just don't believe you if like 12 billion people just to like claim that they beat the final Pantheon, the secret one, of like almost all the bosses. If like if more than one person says it, I don't believe anyone on that. Because I don't think a lot of people have defeated that. I think if Speedrun 1, the achievement, is like 2% of people, I think only like 0.1% should have the final Pantheon achievement, if that's an achievement, which I'm pretty sure it is. As well as the Colosseum, probably. Or maybe I'm wrong and they're a lot more common and people just don't run through the game again. I wonder how rare Speedrun 2 is, because you have to get Speedrun 1 to get Speedrun 2. So it's probably a lot rarer as well, because getting under 5 hours is pretty hard. Like, extremely hard. I got hit. The run's over. So anyways, as I was saying, game's too easy. This is the most useful ability in the game for traversal. I really like how this is forced every time, and there's no skip button for the Dreamer cutscenes, because they don't count as cutscenes, really, which sucks. Rather not waste like 5 seconds. I picked that up from watching the speedrun. It's simple enough that I should have been able to figure that out on my own, but I figured it out first through a speedrun. That was also before I did reruns of Hollow Knight, really. I did like 1 rerun. And I barely beat the game under 10 hours on Switch. I did it faster this time. I did it like 6 or almost 7 hours, I think. It sucks, because I was really close to 5. I just decided to back travel. Instead of getting the things I should have gotten the first time through, I was too focused on doing it fast to see the grand scheme of how those things would actually save time. Like, Quick Slash, and all the stuff in, like, the Queen's Gardens area and stuff. You guys want to take on... I want to actually wait until the end of the game to take on Gruzmother. Just because. I think that would be pretty funny. Alright, now who was pinging me in Discord? I'm gonna link them my stream. Just be obnoxious. Extremely obnoxious. Yeah, I'm gonna add an @everyone in my server. just to really hone in that I want to just piss everyone off. I closed Discord, yeah. I did. What happens if I close Steam but keep Hollow Knight open? Okay, it works. It works fine. I want to minimize... I wish I could just close my Twitch tab and rely on this. But I don't know if there's, like... If I want to make a quick change, I don't want to have to go through the inconvenience of reopening it. But having Chrome open while live streaming while playing back a live stream while live streaming and playing it back on another device and running a game at the same time, it's obviously computer intensive. So you're going to see some frame dips, and you're going to see my fan freak out just completely. So, also there's stuff on my screen. Whatever, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It would really help if I didn't have my mic directly in front of me, but I'm just moving it closer. Because I want to have as clear audio as I can get. Where do we travel again? Oh, if I have the dash, I'm supposed to go back. Okay, that's just not what I meant to do. So we're supposed to get through here and go down. And we're supposed to find the way back to... Oh my god. You're really annoying. We're gonna find our way back to where we were, like, just before going to the stag. The fact that I've done like 4 runs of this game and I still struggle to remember the exact order of things is just representative of how, 1, how bad my memory is, and 2, how much stuff you have to do in this run. Like, it shouldn't be a game that's as popular as it is for speedrunners. Not that it's a super popular game for speedrunners, especially compared to, like, all-time favorites of speedrunners, like Mario 64, or, I don't know, even Ocarina of Time speedruns. A lot of adventure games don't get speedrunned near as much as platformers. So this is kind of stuck in the middle of, like, being extremely popular because it's mostly platforming based, the speedrunning, and speedrunners love platformers. I've tended to notice that's just kind of how it is. Which, I mean, I don't blame them. This gave me a charm slot if I went through here. Problem is, it's hard to survive. Okay, now that there's 1 left, it should be super easy. That's one way to do it. Now I gotta loop back around. It's not really looping. But whatever. Because I know there's a locked door that route. Because I remember, because I failed. I encountered that problem my last run on Steam. I'm really just congested. Like, incredibly so. There's nothing important over here. It's just an NPC. If I wanted the true ending, I guess I could talk to her. But you know, I don't really. Again, I'll go for that if all goes well. If I do this run without dying completely ever, I'll be really kind of annoyed. Yeah, I can't go there yet. We need the wall climb. Which I believe should be right around here. No. But we should go here anyways because this leads back to that place I was saying was locked. Okay, yeah. Actually, no. I don't think I'm gonna fight the Mantis Lords. And I don't think I'd struggle with the Mantis Lords. So even if I wanted to right now, of all times, even though it's more optimal to just enter to fight them like last when it's super guaranteed that I'm gonna win. It's like, I just don't want to bother betting on things when I can play it much safer very easily. Three hits? That's all it takes? Okay. Gotta remember that. It can't get any better. They can't become any easier to kill at any point in the game. This is gonna be good practice for Steel Soul. Oh my god. Simple as that. No one's really said anything. This is kind of obnoxious. This mic right here. Hey, buddy. Okay. Makes my life a whole lot easier. We're making solid progress. I believe that opens up... Yeah. That opens up the thing below if I wanted to take on the Mantis Lords, which I don't. I don't have a death wish. Oh my god. Oh, I realize now that the Mantis Lords actually... No, I still don't want to go through Deep Nest, though, so there's no point. Is there? Okay. That's really annoying. Hmm. $120 only? Not bad. I know I'm not really being the funny man this stream. But I play this game because I enjoy it. Not because I thought it would be good video material. I was really concerned. Every time I want to do like a series, I'm really concerned because I'm not really sure if I could consistently keep the same energy. I'm never been one to do that. To be consistent in any way, shape, or form. I have some things that I'm consistent about, but it's not very much. My editing style is somewhat consistent, but that's because it takes me so long, and I'm very deliberate with it. Yeah, I don't want to do that yet. That's a room I don't think I can really do anything with, but I have to go there. Okay. Solid. I barely evaded that. I hate this entire room. Because it's just annoying. Hit that. Go up. That takes me up here. But I'm still gonna have to go... Crap. I don't know if that was the fastest way across. Likely it wasn't. It was right here. Yep. Piece of cake. I've heard some people say this platforming area is hard to some extent, or annoying. Couldn't disagree less. Really, I tried to speedrun, flawlessly, no-hit and speedrun the White Palace over and over. Not Path of Pain, because I couldn't redo it after my one actual pass. Path of Pain caused me a lot of pain, though. For obvious reasons. It was, I kept getting to the final room consistently in under, like, 15 minutes. very easily. But going from there, it's significantly, the final room is very hard. Specifically for like a select 2 or 3 jumps. But you have to do them in a sequence, so it's like one big move. I hate those bats. They do double damage, and they just chase you as soon as they spot you. They don't actually do anything to protect themselves or anything. They are just kamikazes. That was funny. That was also funny. Trading blows, buddy? Want to trade blows? I can trade blows. A lot more than you can, apparently. Well, maybe not. That's one way of doing things. Didn't know getting hit. I didn't know my stupid strats can actually be looked at as smart. But I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I have done a lot of stupid stuff in games, naturally. Like plays like that, very often. Where I literally just... like, it seems like that should have been a mistake. But it worked out anyways. It's very dumb. And very funny. Oh. Yeah, I don't like that guy. Why did I go back into him at that time? He attacked faster than I was anticipating. So this guy can survive 5 attacks. Good to know. I always forget how quickly they, how much I have to do to kill them. Because, with, like, second final and your final nail upgrade in normal playthroughs, they basically 1 or 2 shot them. All of them. I need to heal. I am not affording a death. There's a grub there. I don't really care. Again, this is Trumless. Okay. This one's gonna give you a lot of pain. Okay, maybe not. There was a more annoying room. A much more annoying room. There's a lot of much more annoying rooms that are designed exactly like that. Which is why I was a bit worried. There's also a simple key up there if I wanted to take on the dude in the Royal Waterways or whatever. but I don't. Again, I have a lot of options, but I'm doing it in the order that I already kind of planned. Not that I plan anything. I just had a rough idea of what I wanted to do for this run. I really do love these enemies. These are really dumb enemies. If these guys count as mini bosses, which based on this, you could probably qualify them as mini bosses based on their damage, as well as the red knights, that you see later in the game. I would consider them mini bosses just because of the pure damage they do. The big guys, maybe. They're like semi bosses. Like the big guys who just run towards you. I mean, they're tanky, but they can't really do that much. I have to hit that lever. Oh, and then this is also a really annoying room. I might have my first death. I am not kidding. I mean, that was a pretty annoying. I really was about to be a little bit annoyed because I was not anticipating that many to just show up. You leave like the screen barely for a second, not even the room, and it's just everything just decides I'm here now. Yeah, this is why. If I'm not patient, this definitely counts as a mini boss. Because he tanks a lot of stuff. And there's really only, like, what, 2 of them? I think he's literally in, the Pantheon as well. Or what, the Pantheon, I don't even know. Oh, Trials and Pantheon. Okay, I got the right terminology right. I wasn't wrong. They're very similar events, but they have different focuses. One's a boss rush, and one's just a rush. You just fight a lot of stuff. It's like these kinds of rooms. And ever-changing, and it's really annoying. And it's really difficult. Both the Pantheon and, Pantheon's a little more bearable in terms of, like, dodging stuff. But it's so long and so unforgiving. It's so back-to-back, you don't really have a chance to heal. Because it's just a boss rush. And they all move faster than normal enemies. And there's not really much of a delay between all of them. So you don't really have much of a chance to heal. Especially on some of the Pantheons where you can get a lot of just really of the most aggressive bosses back to back. It's not fun. Oh, this next room as well. This is the final room to test. Like, if I can pass this room, I won't be dying. This live stream. there's 3. And if they get together, it's pain. Took out 2, so I'm good. I won. Well, maybe not. This entire section just sucks. I just jumped into it. I also just dodged into it. Took care of him. Took care of him. Yep, I said it twice because I think, I don't know. I'm just trying to chill, man. I'm just trying to chill. Alright, gotta heal up. We've been streaming for an hour and 10 minutes, and we're already here at the Soulmaster. I may actually, I wouldn't count on it, but if I can get the Speedrun 2 achievement while doing this challenge run, that would be quite something. Yeah, that guy sucks. I need to remember my old strats for him. For that phase attack. I need to just get in the habit of doing these fights the same way I was before as well, in general. Yeah, you dash and then jump because you don't want to let him fake you out. Okay. Put up a fight, coward. And then he has his second phase, which is remarkably easy, as long as you play your cards right. So, I gotta remember what's after it as well. Oh yeah, I can go to the crystal area. I just use the same strat against the Hollow Knight. The final boss. It's a bit harder to dodge in that case, though. When he slams his body against the ground, because he's significantly faster. Even though this guy teleports, yes, he is more... The Hollow Knight is more aggressive and faster. Because he drops down faster and he just moves faster. I couldn't really use the same method without Dash Master flawlessly, at least. I could, but it wouldn't be flawless. So, consume the Desolate Dive. So now, I'll just show you. So now I can do this. You really just have to evade them all in that area. It's like, it's not manageable. I think that's 2, which is more than I really need. And that's just going to take me straight down to there. So I can take my leave. I'm debating whether I want to take on Dung Defender or I want to take on the Crystal area. I don't even have to fight the boss in the Crystal area, by the way. If you didn't know, he is completely skippable. He just gives you the bench. But I seem to have the mentality myself that I need to just absolutely eliminate him at all costs, always. That's the wrong path. That's just the wrong path. That's right, it was just a... I'm going all the wrong directions. If I would have had a reason to go down there, if, you know, I actually already had the simple key, which I don't. There's Zote. Don't even care. Okay, I'm gonna hate this entire room. They can all take 5, which is my problem. They did not have the simple key in that room. It was in the highest one, wasn't it? Okay. See how it feels. I've never actually, well, I have, but not in any of my recent runs. That can take me up to Dirtmouth if I wanted to, but I really don't. So couldn't care less. Okay, that's cool. Sorry, but I'm not dying to a very, like, just one enemy. One stupid flying enemy I'm not dying to. I can't afford to. That would look embarrassing. Hey, look, guys, I got 333 money. That's pretty good. You know, I should have just gone that way. Because truth be told, I don't really think I have a reason to go to the crystal area yet. That was a close dodge. I would obviously benefit from going to the crystal area right now, but I could just use the stag station on my way, which there is going to be one on the other side of the City of Tears. That is, which you can only get to by defeating the Dung Defender. I don't even want to try Fluke Nest or Fluke Marm or whatever. It's just so... It's so awful. It's so awful to try it without nail upgrades. Because if those guys don't die in one hit, the guys he summons them rapidly. So it is just going to get worse and worse the longer you take to kill them. And if you can't one-shot them or two-shot them plus have charms that can also increase damage in different ways. If you don't have either of those two, you're basically screwed. It's recommended you get at least a second nail upgrade. So you have to do 2 nail upgrades. Yeah. Before I would recommend it. Hey, buddy. I know you just love screaming about Fortnite funnies, but I don't want your screaming to continue. I got a pretty funny joke. SCP-173? Is that you? He really is kind of designed exactly like SCP-173. Which I think the point is kind of for them to look horrendous, but... We are already about to do the Dung Defender. How 123. We are about to reach, like, the center point. The absolute center point. Just staying in the corner for this fight really saves you a lot of hassle. Because your chances of getting hit are extremely low that way. When he just throws his stuff around. I tried. His dream fight is just as easy as a result of this method. I just like staying here. His RNG makes it safe enough to stay in the corner. Fair enough. Keep doing what you're doing. Guys, he's got this. he's gonna destroy me. Nice try. Nice try. Put up a good fight, what can I say? This is a rather, rather quick compared to what I was expecting. I was expecting to reach a point where I had to end the stream before I defeated the Soul Master. But in about the same time I was expecting to reach this area, I in total reached King Station, which is a very, very good progress. But anyways, I have to use the restroom, and I've been streaming for an hour and a half almost, and it will probably be an hour and a half when I finish just talking about ending the stream. Yeah, let's check our character thing. I had a lot in the beginning as well, so it wasn't that much. Yeah, an hour and 10 minutes. I also did, again, less than 7 hours. It's so close to the 5-hour speedrun mark. Granted, I think I reached the City of Tears in like 45 minutes on this save. And then on this save, I probably did it less. So, to make it to King Station in an hour and 10 minutes is quite a bit of progress. If I can make it to the Dreamers and I take about an hour each on all of them, I might. I have to play even more quickly, and I don't know how that's even possible, but I'll try. Actually, I don't know what's next and what's in between them and where I am now. I think I need to go down through the sewers into the ancient basin. I have to pee. I don't know if I told you this like before, but we have to go down to the ancient basin, get the double jump thing. That guy's gonna be annoying without the Dung Defender's charm. And also the crystal guy is just kind of dumb in general, but I don't really think I need any upgrades for him to do him without much trouble at all. Sorry if I just got a lot quieter since I'm not directly in front of the mic, and I'm in fact behind it. But that's gonna be it for the stream. I'll try to do those 2 fights. Probably, yeah, as soon as I get the double jump and the crystal dash, I'll be able to go try the Dreamers. The one in Deep Nest is the easiest, I think. Actually, no. It's not, but you do have to get through, oh yeah. You know, after I do those, I have to stand up because I have to go so bad. I have to use the restroom so bad, guys. You wouldn't understand. But I have to go. So anyways, as I was saying, we're gonna take out the dude in the ancient basin. We're gonna go below the ancient basin into the abyss, because we have to get a thing for one of the Dreamers for the shadow dash, so we can go through the walls. As well, we're gonna take care of the crystal guy. That also requires me to go to Kingdom's Edge as well, so we have to do a lot next stream. In preference for the Dreamers. Also take out the Mantis Lords. And then I'm going to do the Dreamers on the final stream, probably. Assuming, the one that guards the one you need the Shadow Dash for, the Jellyfish boss, whatever, is fairly easy. I don't see a problem occurring with that fight. But, I am going to suck a lot at fighting the Watcher Knights and Hornet Phase 2 in Kingdom's Edge. I think are 2 of the hardest fights I'll have fought up to now in any sense. They were significantly harder than the things before it. When I attempted this run on the Switch and then gave up at Hornet Phase 2. And I can't even imagine the Watcher Knights. And the Hollow Knight itself is kind of annoying without certain charms and abilities. So that's going to be a pain as well. But anyways, I gotta get out of here. I'll see you. I'm sorry for not streaming in a while and not uploading to my YouTube channel either for a while. There should be stuff out. If there's not, I'll stream for sure again. Probably. Probably. But I gotta, yeah. Anyways, I'm just going back and forth. I'm getting out of here. Bye.